Welcome to this video on it's Christian from the Premiere, and this is the breakdown and ending explain of The Witcher Season 3 Part 1. In this video, we're going to go ahead and explore into the events, as well as the ending, as well as our theories surrounding Part 2 of the season. Okay, so Season 3 of The Witcher picks up where the previous season left off, as our main characters continue their journey and face new challenges. Geralt, Ciri, and Yennefer find themselves in a situation as they navigate the ever-changing political landscape and deal with their own personal demons. One of the major storylines in Season 3 revolves around the Elven queen Francesca and her quest to secure a future for her people. The elves believe that Ciri, with her elder blood, holds the key to the survival. This belief sets Francesca on a collision course with the other factions and characters who also seek to control Ciri for their own purposes. But everyone is looking for Ciri this season. Throughout the season, we witness the complex dynamics between various factions and characters, each with their own motivations and agendas. The struggle for power and survival becomes increasingly intense as alliances are formed, betrayals occur, and secrets are revealed. This connects to the alliance between Sigismund and he's working with Vilgefortz. This alliance between the two characters suggests a larger conspiracy or plan that is unfolding within the story. Dijkstra, known for his intelligent and strategic abilities, is a politically powerful figure in the world of The Witcher, has been shown to be involved in clandestine operations, and is willing to take drastic measures to protect his interests. Vilgefortz, on the other hand, is a powerful sorcerer who has his own agenda and desires for power. He is willing to manipulate and betray others to achieve his goals, as evidenced by his actions throughout the series. The alliance between Dijkstra and Vilgefortz suggests that they may be working together towards a common goal, or that Dijkstra is somehow being manipulated by Vilgefortz. It's unclear what their specific plans entails, but it's clear that they have an interest in influencing the events and gaining power, but also opening the portals to other dimensions. This alliance adds a new layer of questions and sets up the next part in the story, leaving many questions and possibilities for future developments and what impact it will have on the other characters. As the season progresses, we see the characters face personal growth and transformation. Yennefer battles with her own insecurities and reconnects with her magical powers. As always, the season is filled with epic battles, emotional reunions, and heart-wrenching moments. This season also connects together multiple storylines. I know we got info in Season 2, but in Season 3 the stakes are raised as the prophecy of Ithlinne comes into play. The prophecy, as we know, states that a child of the elder blood will bring about the destruction of the world. This revelation forces our main characters to confront their destinies and make difficult choices. It is also in Season 3 that the one fascinating aspect of the season is introduced or reintroduced, and that is the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. The Horsemen, also known as the Riders, are ancient beings with immense power and influence. They're said to bring about destruction and chaos, which signals the end of the world. In Season 3, the Horsemen make their presence known in Episode 3, but we don't saw them again. But their actions have far-reaching consequences for our main characters, and in Part 2. Ciri, who possesses the Elder Blood, becomes a central figure in the conflict. She faces immense pressure and must navigate her role in the prophecy while trying to forge her own path. Gerald and Yennefer battle to protect Ciri at all costs, but they face numerous obstacles and enemies who seek to exploit her power. In Episode 1, the legacy of Ailiren, an elf warrior, becomes a cautionary tale as Francesca and Galatine clash over their approach to fighting against human oppression. The episode explores the tension between the elves and the humans and the consequences of past failures. In Episode 2, The Unbound, the characters face their own challenges and insecurities as they confront Rennes. Their actions and decisions shape the alliances and conflicts that will dictate the fate of Cintra and the wider world. In Episode 3, The Reunion, Gerald seeks the help of a family friend to unlock the secrets of Ciri enchantment. Meanwhile, Ciri struggles with her own visions and their consequences, leading to a fateful encounter, as we get to see. In Episode 4, The Invitation sees Yennefer and Triss investigating the disappearance of Novus, while Gerald strikes a dangerous deal and faces the threat of the Wild Hunt. Their journeys reveal hidden secrets and imminent dangers. In Episode 5, The Art of the Illusion, Yennefer and Gerald attend a lavish ball, where revelations and political maneuvering take center stage, while Gerald encounters Vilgefortz. Now let's discuss some of the things that happened in Season 3. In Episode 5 of The Witcher, titled The Art of the Illusion, several key events and revelations take place at the lavish ball. The episode builds upon the previous moments and deepens the connection between the characters, setting the stage for further development. The episode opens with Gerald and Yennefer attending the ball together, and they look amazing as they navigate the political landscape and interact with various mage and important figures. Yennefer reveals to Gerald about the aphrodisiac who was put in the wine, leading to intimate moments between the characters and adding a layer of unpredictability to the evening. As we get to see, Yennefer confronts Circlebor, accusing him of treason and warning him of the looming threat of Nilfgaard. Meanwhile, Gerald has a crucial encounter with Vilgefortz, who tries to persuade him to join the Brotherhood and emphasize the need to protect Ciri. However, Gerald remains steadfast in this neutrality and refuses to align himself with any faction, choosing to navigate his own path. As the night progresses, tensions rise and secrets come to light. Yennefer uncovers the sinister plans of Circlebor and exposes his misdeeds involving the powerful artifact known as the Book of Monoliths. One of the major cliffhanger of the episode involves Gerald's encounter with Dijkstra, who confronts him with a knife held against his neck. This tense and dangerous situation leaves viewers wondering about his motivations and what this encounter could mean for Gerald's safety and his larger role in the ensuing conflicts. As we get to see, the war is approaching. Another twist that leaves fans speculating involves Yennefer and her discovery of his plans involving the Book of Monolith. They successfully retrieve the book. The larger implication of his existence and potential power remain a mystery. As we know, when you use the portals, you can bring other monsters into the reality, so I imagine that Dijkstra wants control, and that's the reason that he's helping Vilgefortz. The ongoing tensions between the mage, the looming threat of Nilfgaard, and the divisions within the various factions leave room for numerous theories about the direction of the story in Part 2. It connects to a full-scale war that could happen, with alliances forming and betrayals occurring. As each faction vies for power and survival, others propose the emergence of the unexpected alliance as characters find common ground in the face of a greater threat. The fate of Ciri is also a topic of speculation as tension rise and the danger to her increase. Viewers are left wondering how her powers and connection to the Elder bloodline is going to come into play in Part 2. Something to note that we did not saw the writers in this season except in episode 3, so that hopefully we see them again in Part 2. We also saw in this episode how tensions rise between Francesca and her fighters as different viewpoints emerge regarding the best path. On the other hand, Gallatin advocates for a more aggressive approach, believing that the elves should fight alongside other factions to reclaim their territory. However, bye-bye to Gallatin. Now, the important thing about this is the deal or the negotiation between Francesca. Tensions ran high as they question each other. However, a common goal emerged to protect their respective people and work towards a brighter future. With the promise of provisions and weapons for the elves, Francesca began to see the potential benefits of aligning herself with Care and the White Flame. Aeiliren, on the other hand, recognized the importance of Francesca's leadership and her role in fulfilling the prophecy. Despite their differences and past betrayals, they realized that together is vital for the success of their shared mission. With newfound trust, they agreed to put their differences aside and join forces to confront the challenges that lay ahead. Throughout the episode, there are also hints at a larger conflict and alliances, setting the stage for future developments in this case Part 2. Triss, another important character in the series, found herself in her own storyline this season, where she discovers something suspicious in episode 4. This information piques Triss' interest, and she becomes determined to uncover the truth behind the artifact and its significance. Triss and his thread discover the Book of Monolith from before the conjunction. They realize that Circlebor has been using the book and conducting experiments, but going from the ending, we know that he's only working with someone else, in this case, Vilgefortz. So following the confrontation, Philippa approached Yennefer and engaged in a conversation where Philippa begins by highlighting their common ground as outcasts and working together. However, as we know, Yennefer denies, but this is the same thing that happened with Gerald. The same thing happened where Vilgefortz goes to him. Now, the conversation between Philippa and Yennefer carries an air of tension and conflicting ideologies. Both characters revealed a glimpse of their motivations and the path they have chosen, setting the stage for season or Part 2. Now, at the end of the scene, Gerald is approached by Vilgefortz, a sorcerer and a member of the Brotherhood, he tries to convince Gerald to join their side in the upcoming war or conflict, emphasizing the importance of protecting what they love and the need for Gerald's strength. However, Gerald refused to align himself with either side, and this goes in how the episode ends with the character, as we can see, with Dijkstra working with Vilgefortz. So that's head set up part 2. Season 3 was great, filled with epic battles, emotional moments, and intriguing plot lines. However, it's evident that the season was focused on setting up the events of part 2 and laying the groundwork for the future of the series. Besides that, I feel that there was things that they could have done differently. And with 5 episodes, there's not a lot of room to explore a lot of the storylines that was set up. Hopefully part 2 is better, but yeah, that's the season. That set up part 2, and maybe, just maybe, they're gonna open the dimensions and all the worlds. So let's see what happens with that. So this is a quick video on its Christian from Beyond Premiere. Hope you liked this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye, everyone.